What's going on, everybody? I know this is kind of not the usual video I'd be doing and stuff like that. Normally I'm standing and right over here and I'm holding my microphone and stuff like that. But today I kind of wanted to do something a little different. So for those who don't know, I am a huge Pokemon fan. I've always been a huge Pokemon fan, and I'm really looking forward to Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. And then it dawned on me that there's been a lot of news about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And I don't necessarily like making news videos because I don't have a lot of time throughout the week, and I don't like to sit there and pile up a huge story and stuff like that. I like to kind of give you guys my thoughts and opinions on things. And so to go over news, well, there's a lot of news all the time, like all the time. Every day there's new things, like there's different showcases happening. There's different, Ubisoft just had one. I think it was today. I'm recording this on 9/10. There was this Pokemon Direct came out a couple of weeks ago or a week ago or whatever, and we've just been getting sprinkled of information here and there, all these different things. And I just feel like because I only put out a video usually once a week, I don't want it to be news. I want it to be more just kind of what I'm thinking and feeling about certain things. And then I was like, wait a minute, I haven't talked about Scarlet and Violet since we were first shown Scarlet and Violet. So I was thinking to myself, hey, why not talk about the new Pokemon games coming out later this year and kind of go over all the information that we have so far and kind of give my thoughts and opinions on it, because there's a lot of stuff that they've shown. Like, these games sound like they're going to be absolutely amazing. They're doing a lot of new things. They're revamping old systems, stuff like that. And I'm really looking forward to playing these games. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. It helps out a ton. Really appreciate everybody coming through lately, commenting on videos, liking videos, subscribing to the channel. It's been a lot of fun. I'm getting to know a lot of you guys. We've been talking through comments, and some of y'all even came over to Twitter and started following me over there. Without further ado, let's dive right in to what's going on with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So I had this pulled up. This is everything we're gonna see is exactly from the scarletviolet.pokemon.com website. You can see arriving November 18th, 2022. So I figured we would just kind of go through each one of these tabs and go over everything that's kind of new. So first one here, we're gonna go through, we're gonna kind of get to know some of the new Pokemon that are coming out. So here's the roster of the Pokemon that are coming through with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm gonna butcher these names, so let's have fun. So first off, we have the three starters, which I'm still torn. Okay, so we got Quaxley, the cop. We all know he's the cop. Don't trust the police, so definitely ain't going for Quaxley. But then we also got Fuecoco, so bad, I'm sorry. And then Sprigatito, which adorable, but if the leaks and rumors are true, he might get up and start walking around. So I'm not exactly too torn or excited about him right now, but this little pepper alligator boy right there, it's calling my name. I think he might be exciting. And then we got the two legendaries, Koradon and Miradan, which, this is the past form, this is the future form, because the games take place in future and past. We have these two cool new dudes that totally look like they're straight out of Mega Man. And this guy right here is Cerulege, Final Fantasy looking character. And then we have Armor Rouge as well. I'm not gonna really go into too much detail. I'm not gonna break it down. I can click on them, it'll give me more information, which you can find, other places. I just kind of wanted to go through and look at some of them. Titan, I'm not really exactly sure. And there's this little guy right here, Cyclizar. He looks like he's like a pre-evolution of these two, so it's kind of like interesting to see what's going on here. And in stuff we're gonna take a look at here in a little bit, you're gonna notice that they ride around on him as like a motorcycle, just like you do these two. So I almost feel like you get him pretty early on in the game. I'm not sure how, but we'll talk more about that later. We got Fido. This little thing, I don't know if you guys remember or if you follow Pokemon on Twitter, but they had this really cool, like, cryptic video where it showed markings on some trees and stuff like that, and then this guy popped out and they were like, oh, this is the new Giraffify or Giraffify. It's a little monkey, he paints things, he's cool. And we got Cloth, this little cool lobster Krog, looks cool. We got little Pawmi, Paldean Wooper, which looks awesome. Super stoked to see this little boy. And Lechonk, man, he looks awesome. Can't wait, I'm excited for him. And then this little Smoliv, little Olive. It's a little Olive. How adorable. So that's what we have so far, and it says more Pokemon coming soon. I'm really curious to see how big this Pokedex is going to be at the end, We got some characters, so let's go ahead. Oh my goodness, I'm opening up a new window. It's okay. I hope that's not gonna mess it up. Actually, that might mess everything up. What was that? Sorry about that. Open up a new tab. There we go. All right, here's the characters. The people of the Paldea region. Meet some of the exciting people you will encounter in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So these are all of the characters. We've got Arvin. Click on him and kind of see. Here we go. Arvin is an upperclassman at the academy. He's good at cooking and is researching healthy recipes that can help Pokemon feel better. He'll be asking you to help him out since he isn't good at Pokemon battles. Wow. Dude seems pretty cool. Then we got Brassius. Brassius is the gym leader of Artisan, a town that's alive with flowers and art. He specializes in using grass-type Pokemon and is known as the Verdant Virtuoso. So he kind of looks doom and gloom, little grim kind of. Looks like he's not exactly too thrilled. Then we got this bad boy, Clavel. He acts as the director of the academy, and since you're a new student, he will teach you many things about your school. He can be strict, but he can also be kind. He seems to be a friend of Professor Sato and Professor Turo. So here he is wearing his Scarlet and Violet, because depending on which game you get, that's the colors of the academy that you're in, which I think is pretty cool. Here he is, kind of like in game, so that's pretty neat. Go back, and we also got Gita. So Gita is the chairwoman of the Pokemon League, which operates Paldea's Pokemon gyms. Among the region's champions, she reigns supreme as the most skilled trainer of all. So it's kind of alluding that she is the champion, like she's Lance, Wallace, etc., etc. So exciting to kind of see. I'm really curious what kind of typing of Pokemon she's going to use. I mean, can't really tell based on how she looks, but maybe it's got, I can see some like yellow, maybe there's some like electric types going on, stuff like that. Here's, I think this is one of the gym leaders, Grusha. Yeah, Grusha used to be a professional snowboarder, but he is now the gym leader of the Glacidio. I'm gonna butcher these names, I'm sorry. Gym full time. He's an ice type specialist who has Satan as his partner. He's usually cool headed, but when battles get heated, he starts showing the emotions he usually keeps pushed down. Really like this character design. Really liking what I'm seeing so far. Here's Jacques. Mr. Jacques is your homeroom teacher, and he teaches biology. He's very knowledgeable about Pokemon, biology, and is the developer of the Pokedex app for the Rotom phone. That's interesting. He has a slightly airheaded side to him, and he sometimes loses himself in his research. Okay, so we're learning more and more. Here's the main characters who you will be playing as. So one of the main characters, you'll set off on your adventure. Your outfit will vary depending on whether you play Pokemon Scarlet or Violet. Who knows what kind of story awaits you? I love how they put that there. But I'm really liking these designs. I like the character design. I actually kind of like the school function. Really curious to see how fleshed out the school is actually going to be. Here's some like in some shots of in the game, and then we got Mela. Mela is the boss of Team Star's fire crew, the Shedder Squad. As the team's best all-rounder, Mela fixes any and every problem thrown her way. Though her methods are heavy-handed. She leaves a forceful and gruff impression, but her steadfast devotion to completing anything she puts her mind has to be earned. I am butchering this. Oh my gosh. She leaves a forceful and gruff impression, but her steadfast devotion to completing anything she puts her mind to has earned her the trust of her teammates. Gotcha. All right, so we're going to learn more about her later. We have Nimona, your friend. Nimona has a sunny and energetic disposition, and she absolutely loves Pokemon battles. She's an experienced Pokemon trainer and serves as a reliable guide for you on your adventures. She has undisputed skill in battle, though it does also seem that she's not the best at throwing Pokeballs. And here again, there's some in-game footage, pictures of her. So we're going to talk more about Mela here in a minute because it kind of goes into the detail later. So Penny is in the same grade as you. She has a bit of a shy personality, and for some reason, she doesn't seem to come to the academy very often. She's especially fond of her fluffy Eevee bag and always has it on her back. It's not an Eevee, is it? Like she didn't like find and kill it and stuff in Eevee, did she? Kind of messed up. And then of course, here's the professor. Professor Sada and Toro. For the first time in the series, one of two different professors, I cannot talk, will appear in your game depending on the version you choose to play. One looks more prehistoric, which I'm assuming is for Scarlet, the past version, and then there is this dude Turo, which is for Violet, and here they are in the games. They look pretty cool. So if you don't know already, there's a bunch of different ways to play these games. We're going to get into that here in a minute, but we're also going to check out how the world has evolved. So let's explore the world a little bit, shall we? The world of Pokemon has evolved. The Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games, the newest chapters in the Pokemon series, are coming to Nintendo Switch later this year. With these new titles, the Pokemon series takes a new evolutionary step, allowing you to explore freely in a richly expressed open world. Can't wait. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet offer an open world experience that only the Pokemon series can deliver, one welcoming even newcomers to the series. So here again, here's the 3 starters. There's, I'm assuming, you know, you. We got, you know, I already forgot her name. Nimona? I can't remember right now, I'm sorry. You can experience a new style of adventure with a world that you're free to explore at your leisure and not in any order dictated by the story. You will, of course, journey to hone your skills as a Pokemon trainer, but many more discoveries and stories await you. Meet a variety of people and Pokemon and adventure in the world of Pokemon the way you want to, which is really interesting and exciting. So here we got some screenshots directly from the game. This guy looks like little schoolboy Joey. Oh, they got Talonflame. There's a trade between a Larvitar and a Bagon. I'm assuming one's going to be from Scarlet, one's going to be from Violet. If I had to guess, I'm going to say Larvitar is probably from Scarlet and Bagon's going to be from Violet, which I'm just happy that both of these Mons made it back in because Salamence and Tyranitar are some of my favorite absolute Pokemon. So I'm really excited. You got Venonat. I'm sorry, that's not Venonat. That's it's pre-evolution that I can't remember its name right now. I'm a terrible Pokemon. It's Colossal Boy. So awesome new kind of stuff. Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet allow multiplayer with up to 4 players. So that's interesting to me. Along with the series staples such as trading and battling Pokemon, you'll be able to explore the various locations of the region in these games with your other players. You can discover new Pokemon and explore unfamiliar areas with your friends and family, opening the door to an adventure more precious and fun than ever. But they still haven't really shown us the multiplayer, which is what is kind of concerning. Again, I'm all for it, so let's go, baby. So we're gonna go back into some news because they announced a bunch of new stuff. So let's go ahead. You know, they mentioned the terrestrial things. So master using the terrestrial phenomenon in battle. Terrestrializing is a phenomenon in the Paldea region that makes Pokemon shine and glimmer like gems. Terrestrialized Pokemon shine during battles too. So basically, it's change your Pokemon's type and turn the tables. The primary feature of the terrestrializing in battle, I'm butchering this, aren't I? I'm so sorry, is that it changes your Pokemon's type to its Terra type. Pokemon don't outwardly show their Terra type is unless they terrestrialize, a fact that you can use to take opponents by surprise in battle. Combining Terra types with different moves and abilities can open up near infinite strategic possibilities. So let's, for example, if this Tyranitar, which is normally Rock Dark type, becomes Ghost type after terrestrializing. So that's going to change up a lot of things. So you're going to be going up against the gym leader, let's say for the first gym leader that they showed off, right? It's the Grass type gym leader. They could terrestrialize or territorialize or whatever it's called. I'm sorry that I'm butchering it. And they could be like a fire type, or they could have a fire type Pokemon. I'm sorry, it's actually gonna be more probably like this, where they could throw out like a Charmander, right? I know it's not gonna actually be a Charmander, but they can throw out Charmander, terrestrialize, or whatever it's called, and end up being a grass type. So you could be actually facing any Pokemon anywhere. It's crazy. Terra Blast, a new move that shows its power when the user is terrestrialized. I'm butchering this. I know I could very easily just watch a YouTube video of how they pronounced it and not have it anymore, and then I could pronounce it the correct way, but I'm not going to. You guys are just going to get angry in the comments, so let's go. Terra Blast is a normal type move that can be learned with a TM. When used by a terrestrialized Pokemon, it becomes a move of the same type as the Pokemon's Terra type and displays its immense might. Use it at the right moment to change the flow of the battle. Terra Blast inflicts damage using the attack or special attack stat, whichever is higher for the user. So, for example, if you're using a physical attacker, the Terra Blast will be more of a physical attack, and if you're using a special attacker, it'll be more of a special attack. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and then also up here, I forgot to mention, if a Colossal combines the Steam Engine ability with a Water Terra type, the Pokemon can take less damage and receive a boost to its speed when it gets hit by a Water type move. So even the effects of abilities can kind of change up a little bit with this new gameplay, which this is all super exciting, and it's really going to make some interesting battles, and I can't believe this is happening. I am so ready for this. So this is another really big feature that got added in. So this says, let's go, a handy feature for exploring the Paldea region. Tell your Pokemon to go adventure. You can have one Pokemon out and walking with you in Paldea's region's great outdoors. When you have a Pokemon exploring with you in the field, you can use the Let's Go feature to send that Pokemon off in the direction that you indicate. The Pokemon you send out then independently picks up items in the area and even has auto battles with nearby Pokemon. Auto battles are a new way of battling that can be activated by using the Let's Go feature. Doing so will send out a Pokemon to battle wild Pokemon without needing orders from its trainer. Your Pokemon can be sent into an auto battle against any wild Pokemon you see on the field, and it can even find Pokemon to engage in auto battles on its own. When your Pokemon is out and engaging in auto battles, you can do what you want. Stay by its side to watch over it, or try looking for items nearby. By defeating wild Pokemon in auto battles, your Pokemon can also earn items and experience points. Master using this new feature to explore every nook and cranny of the vast Paldea region with your Pokemon. Interesting. Really, really interesting. And here there's different, you can see it's sending out Spiritago. It found an antidote while your Spiritago is out there in a battle. It's showing other types of things like that. That's going to be super interesting. So is that going to kind of make it where it's going to be easier to grind, I'm assuming? I'm not really sure. Can you send out multiple to go out into battles? Or is it just obviously it said just the main Pokemon you're following, but let's read some more stuff here. So we got some battle with Pokemon trainers from all over the world in the battle stadium. So this is actually something that I missed. And that's why I wanted to click on this, because I didn't see this before. With the battle stadium feature in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, you'll be able to use the internet to enjoy battling trainers from all over the world. Ranked battles, which players have had the chance to enjoy in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, will be returning in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Players will be able to take on battles in the casual battles and online competitions mode as well. Get ready to have heated Pokemon battles with the new partners you meet up in the Paldea region. So it's got casual battles, ranked battles, online, rental teams. This feature lets you easily borrow battle teams by inputting IDs that have been shared online. You'll also be able to build your own battle team and make it available for Pokemon trainers all over the world to use. So the rental thing kind of sounds like Pokemon Stadium. So that's interesting. Interesting stuff here. So basically, with everything that they've shown us, it's making me more and more hyped for these damn games. Now, I liked Pokemon Sword and Shield. I know I'm in a small vacuum and minority on that one, even though they scored pretty high on Metacritic and stuff like that. I feel like Sword and Shield were a very divisive set of Pokemon games, but I played the crap out of Sword and Shield, like hundreds of hours between doing the DLC, which had the raid battles, which I thought were really fun, and then also too just playing with my friends, exploring the world, kind of just seeing everything that was in there. It was the very first Pokemon game on the Switch besides Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee, which were also fantastic, and I wouldn't be too mad if we got more Let's Go games, but I don't know, there's just something about these games. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm so sorry. There was one big, huge part that I did not go over at all, and that is actually the 3 different stories that are in this. And I don't know why. I'm so sorry. This is actually the most important part, in my opinion. Your own story woven through your treasure hunt. The school that you've enrolled in hosts a special independent study project. The theme of this assignment is a treasure hunt. Explore the world and seek out your very own treasure. Okay, interesting. So, 3 stories will be woven into your adventure while traversing and the sprawling Paldea region. Along Victory Road, you will go to gyms in different locations in order to achieve champion rank. On the Path of Legends, you can join Arvin in search for rare ingredients. And in Starfall Streets, you'll challenge Team Star, a group of delinquents causing trouble for the school. And that was that one cool, crazy-looking lady. She's from the Starfall Streets. These stories are set in an open world, so where you go is all up to you. A world teeming with Pokemon and people to meet is waiting for you. Traverse the Paldea region wherever your heart desires. So, first one up, Victory Road, your path to champion rank. This basically just sounds like the same old Pokemon storyline, right? So there are 8 Pokemon gyms in different locations throughout Paldea, all managed by the Pokemon League. If a trainer makes their way to the gyms, defeat all the gym leaders, and then passes the Pokemon assessment at the Pokemon League headquarters, they can earn the coveted champion rank. So then you're going to go on and probably fight, Gita. So the first trial of the gym, the gym test. So this kind of sounds a little bit like Sword and Shield. At a Pokemon gym, you must first pass a gym test before you're allowed to challenge the gym leader. The contents of these gym tests are unique to each gym, but through them you might come to learn more about the customs and unique features of each city and town, as well as what kind of people the gym leaders are. So then it goes on and talks about Miss Gita, chairwoman of the Pokemon League, which we've kind of already talked about. She's going to be the, like the Lance and stuff like that. She's the head honcho. And then here is Brassius, gym leader of the Artisan Gym. We kind of talked about him a little bit ago. So it kind of says right here, his piece de resistance, surrendering Sunflora, is a statue installation depicting the adorable Sunflora with somber expressions. Just what these Sunflora are surrendering to is a topic of debate among connoisseurs. So really interesting stuff here. And then we have the search for Herba Mystica on the Path of Legends. Here's that big crawdaddy looking dude, big crabby boy. So it says, Arvin's research into healthy recipes for Pokemon has led him to seek out rare ingredients called Herba Mystica, which are said to immediately restore health once eaten. Herba Mystica are extremely rare herbs that can be found only in Paldea, that are guarded by Titan Pokemon. Kind of think maybe along those lines of in Sun and Moon we had the Totem Pokemon. Kind of seems like that. Which are bigger and stronger than ordinary Pokemon. Also kind of like the Alphas, right, in Legends. So making these rare herbs even more difficult to obtain. Okay, and so they're guarding them apparently. What's more, a number of these Titan Pokemon have already been sighted in the region. Since Arvin isn't good at Pokemon battles, he'll be asking you to help him out, and will even offer to treat you to some of his handmade dishes if you two succeed in obtaining these rare herbs. Drive back through tough opponents and gather the Herba Mystica together with Arvin. Here's some screenshots. You got the big boy. So it's Cloth, the Stony Cliff Titan, and it shows that you're just Sprigatito going up against it. So how early on in the game can you go and fight this thing? And I noticed too, look at that, its health bar is up here at the top. It's not like a typical thing. So it's kind of like the Alpha Pokemon from Legends Arceus, but also similar to the Totem Pokemon from Sun and Moon. So it's super interesting stuff. But this is the one that I'm the most interested in, right? This says face off against the school's troublemakers in Starfall Street. This one right here, this one's getting me excited. Because let me just look at this art, first of all. It's like a giant car, right? And here they look. See, this is what I mentioned earlier. Here's that cycle Pokemon, and they're riding it like it's a motorcycle. Team Star was formed by the school's most rebellious students, made up of several squads. Each squad is led by its own boss, each of their own base scattered across the Paldea region. These class-cutting delinquents cause trouble for all those around them, giving the Academy's students and teachers a hard time by distributing the peace and using pushy recruitment tactics. March up their bases and face off against the troublemaking Star. So here's some, art from there. It looks pretty cool. It's really interesting. And it says, make your way into Team Star's bases to take down their bosses. When you go to take each on... What? When you go to take on each squad's base, Team Star's many grunts will send out a relentless barrage of Pokemon to get in your way. By defeating enough of the grunts' Pokemon within a given time limit, you'll be able to challenge their boss to a battle. Engage in auto battles, a convenient feature that's new to these titles, to overcome the defending barrage of Team Star's grunts and their Pokemon. Note, the uniforms worn by the members of this Team Star will differ depending on the version of the game you play. So here you see, it looks like the player's actually sending out 2 Pokemon. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to happen. And then it goes on to say, take on the bosses riding their Starmobiles. So a lot of people were speculating that this was actually a Pokemon, but I don't think it is. Once you overcome the waves of Team Star grunts, their boss will appear in a custom car called the Starmobile. It seems that during your Pokemon battles with these bosses, the Starmobile itself will get in your way. Take down each squad's boss by defeating their party Pokemon and their Starmobile. So can you actually fight, both of them? Kind of like, can you pick which one that you're going to fight? Kind of like in Final Fantasy. Remember in Final Fantasy X, you could pick and fight and different things. You could take down, the Machina and stuff like that to deal more damage and stuff like that. It's really, really interesting. Or when Sin was attacking you and you could fight its fins stuff. But here's that Mela lady that we were talking about earlier. Mela, boss of the Shedder Squad, aka Team Star's Fire Crew. Mela is the boss of Team Star's Fire Crew, the Shedder Squad. As the team's best all-rounder, Mela fixes any and every problem. Okay, we kind of read that earlier. So it says, note, the uniforms worn by team members, stars are different between. Yeah, okay. So here she is with her Torkoal. She looks awesome. I love this design. I love these giant boots right here. These things are sick. Seriously. This is gonna be dope. This is gonna be a really cool game. But man, if you're excited as I am, please let me know down in the comments below. Let me know which one you're getting. Are you gonna get both of them? Are you gonna get that dual pack? Because I know I am for sure. I have to. I don't know which one I'm gonna play yet though, because I like the idea of the past Pokemon stuff, but I also like the idea of the future, because something else that we didn't go over, because there's so much news. There's been so much stuff happening with Pokemon lately that I didn't even see on this website, was that there's different forms. There's a past form, there's a future form. They actually might not have really announced those yet, just besides the 2 Legendaries, but that may have just been from the leaks that have been all over the internet. So if I leaked that for you, I'm so sorry if that was a spoiler, but there's so much stuff going on right now, and we're 2 months away from these games. 2 months and 8 days. So it's coming quick. I think on Twitter I followed this page. It's like a countdown, and I retweet it every day. I think today we're at like 68 days left, so I'm counting down the days. I am so ecstatic for these games. Like I said, I liked Sword and Shield. I didn't love them, but I have a feeling I'm gonna love these games because like there's the 3 different stories here. How long are each one of those? Like the Pokemon League one, I'm assuming is going to be your typical like that 18 hours, right? Because that's like usually 18 to 20 hours is how long a lot of mainline Pokemon games seem to be these days. But then you have the other 2. Like how short are those ones going to be? And how many of these like Titan Pokemon are there going to be? Austin John Plays thinks there's going to be like between like 4 to 8 of them, which I can totally understand. I can see that because wasn't there 4 of the alphas, like the main alphas in the story for Legends Arceus? I honestly don't remember, but and then also this whole like star thing that you can do where you face off against, you know, the Team Starfell street thing. Like how many different types are there gonna be? Like 8 different types? Like I don't know. There's so much. I just, and I can't believe that we're still 2 months away and they're gonna be giving out more information as we go. Like I kind of hope they slow down with this information because there's so much coming at me now. Like, I just want these games already. I'm so ready to start playing. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you stuck around, leave a comment letting me know if you did make it to the very end. If you did, thank you. I know this video is already pretty long. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.